Hari Om, Chapter 2, Verse 50. Sankhya Yoga. In this, we are seeing Introduction to Karma Yoga by Lord Krishna, Philosophy of Life. In the last verse, Lord Krishna said, action performed expecting a particular result is far lower than action performed in yoga. That is with evenness of mind. Take refuge in Buddhi Yoga. Those who perform action expecting a particular result are misers. We have already seen, according to Lord Krishna, who is a miser. The greatest wealth given to a human being is his discriminative intellect. That is Buddhi. The one who does not use it in his actions is the greatest miser. Now in this verse, Lord Krishna gives a new definition for yoga. Verse 50. Buddhi yukto jagadiga ube sukrita dushkrite tasmat yogaya yujjasva yoga karmasu kaushalam. Buddhi yukto jagatiga. One who has evenness of mind, that is samatva buddhi, gives up. Gives up what? Upe sukrita dushkrite. Sukrita dushkrite, both good and bad, are punya and papa. Tasmat yogaya yujjasva. Tasmat, therefore, yogaya yujjasva. Commit yourself to yoga. Yoga karmashu kaushalam. Dexterity in action is yoga. Another definition Lord Krishna is introducing. In this verse, Lord Krishna says, Hey Arjuna, with the evenness of mind, when one performs actions, he gives up both good and bad deeds. Therefore, commit yourself to yoga. Skill in action is yoga. In this verse, first we will see another definition of yoga. Earlier Lord Krishna said, and we all know, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. That is, evenness of mind to the results of action, whether success or failure, is yoga. You should be calm, whatever comes. You should take it as prasada buddhi, prasada of gift of God. Now in this verse, Lord Krishna says, yoga karmashu kaushalam. Dexterity in action is yoga. What is yoga karmashu kaushalam? There are three types of actions which are there. One is inaction. Lord Krishna said, inaction must be completely avoided. Reason, we all know, idle man's mind is devil's workshop. So inaction must be avoided. 2. Prohibited actions. This must also be avoided. There is no need to explain what is prohibited action. We all know that. 3. Actions thus must be done. In a particular situation, whatever action you have to do, you must do. This action no one can avoid because it must be done. While performing this action, Lord Krishna insists that merely performing the action is not enough. It must be performed skillfully. Merely performing action is labor. You don't use your brain, you don't use your buddhi. Skillful in action is yoga. Now, Swami Dayananda Saraswati gives a wonderful explanation for yoga karmashu kaushalam. According to Swamiji, mere skill in action is not yoga. Take for example, if a thief intelligently steals money from a bank and he is not getting caught, there are many cases we can see. If you read the newspaper, you can see many murders happening and the murderer is not caught. Like that, if a thief is not caught, can you say skillful in action is yoga? Hence, that thief is a karma yogi or that murderer is a karma yogi? No. Swamiji says, not only the action must be skillful, but also it must be in accordance with dharma. Then only that action is yoga. This is yoga karmashu kaushalam. Skillful in action, in tune with dharma, is yoga karmashu kaushalam. Why no punya or papa will attach to your actions if you perform action skillfully in accordance with dharma? We will see it with an example. A very honest judge, extremely honest judge. If the judge is merely honest, it is not enough. He must also know thoroughly the law of the country. He should know what is dharma. He must also think and apply his mind to the facts of the case and the law. When such a judge performs his actions, that is, gives his judgment, whether he gives punishment or he acquits a person, in both the cases, neither punya nor papa will come, because he is doing his job skillfully in accordance with dharma. This applies to all actions. But if the same judge is not performing action in accordance with dharma, then papa, that is sin, will surely accumulate. In the first case, no punya, no papa. He is doing his action skillfully in accordance with dharma. In the second case, because he is not in accordance with dharma, he will accumulate papa, that is sin. Why Lord Krishna says, commit yourself to buddhi yoga? Already we have seen the emotional mind has to be guided by the rational intellect. If the mind falls to hear the advice of the intellect, then disaster will be the result. Buddhi is not mere intellect, but it is discriminative intellect. What is the difference between animals and human beings? What discriminates animals from human beings is the discriminative intellect. Animals go by instinct. If human beings also go by instinct, then they are nothing but animals. For animals, there is no right or wrong. There is no punya or papa. But for human beings, even though the greatest wealth, that is discriminative intellect, is given, it is like electricity. If it is properly used, it gives light. If not properly and carefully used, it will lead to disaster. Hence Lord Krishna says, Tasmat yogaya yujyasva. That is, perform your action in accordance with dharma, that is, as guided by the discriminative intellect, which will tell you what is right and what is wrong. Once you perform action in accordance with dharma, neither good nor bad will attach to your actions. Naturally, the person guided by discriminative intellect will have samatva buddhi, that is, evenness of mind. Verse 50. Again. Buddhi yukto jagadiha ube sukrta dushkrute tasmat yogaya yujyasva yoga karmashu kaushalam. Verse 51. Tomorrow. Harihom Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana